Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing Guild Wars 2 for the second time because the first time I covered this game in a first impressions video, it went horribly fucking wrong. And it was a really bad video and I wasn't even playing the game properly. I fucked up and it's one of my most regretted videos that I've released on the channel. So we're going to play Guild Wars 2 again and I'm going to approach it with my new format with the pros and the cons at the end. I've played this game a little bit since last time and made a new character. I think it's a mage type character, Elementalist, and last time I played my warrior. So we're going to jump in and give this game a fair shot this time. So there's lots of these dynamic events that just pop up and they appear as the circles on the map like this. Give a decent amount of XP, they're always worth doing if they're in your general area. Probably wouldn't go too far out of my way to do them though. Oh nice, we got level 14, we got an upgrade. Hype. Look at these beautiful grassy fields, I love this starting area. Look at that boot here. What the fuck's that? Hello? Hello creepy? I love the water in this game, the water in Guild Wars 2 is just gorgeous. Do it boys, protect the shipment. Do like these events where lots of players join in and you have to do random stuff. Freshen, skill 4, 5 hero points. And we got a new ability. Conjure Flame Axe. Whoa. Dude. Well, this is a spooky swamp, isn't it? Portals to the underworld and shit. What a cheery place. Just the place I want to hang out. Burn it all down. Burn it to the ground. No! One of the few games which does underwater combat pretty well, I think. Still a lot I haven't discovered. This zone's huge. Ah, fuck me, invisible barriers. No! I love how when you level up it tells you what you've unlocked by this thing here, it's really nice. And then it also tells you what's coming up with the next few levels, so it always gives you something to look forward to. I really like that. The actual scaling of the zones is really impressive in this game. I wish World of Warcraft had something like this. As you're going through the zones, you're never ridiculously OP, it just scales you to an appropriate level. There we go, Queensdale 100%. So although the world in this game is essentially instanced, the zones are actually pretty fucking big, so it doesn't really matter as much. The instance MMO aspect of these games only really bothers me when the zones are really small and there's lots of loading screens, but it's not too bad in this game. Quite decent sized zones. What? Is my character on acid? What? Oh, that is so trippy and so cool. Oh shit. This is awesome. I love this kind of thing about Guild Wars 2. The dynamic raid bosses that just kind of spawn in zones. So much fun. That's awesome. I can just change my armor for anything I've collected previously. That is sweet. Okay, so we got some login day 14 rewards. Exotic gear, okay. Whoa! Not sure how good that is, but it seems pretty good. So I've been trying to go for 100% completion in the zones. I've got it in Divinity's Reach, Queensdale and Kessex Hills so far. And I'll probably do it in the next zone too. It's quite enjoyable actually trying to go for 100% completion. It makes it feel as though you haven't missed anything. And now I'm going to be continuing my personal story. This part of the personal story unlocked at about level 20, but I've been too OCD with my map completion to have started it yet. Wow, that's handy. Let's use the heroic bolster. They give you lots of bonus things in this game. Something I love about this game is the amount of voice acting they've actually put into it. All of these main story quests are voice acted, and all of the NPCs seem to also have voice acting as well. It does add an extra layer of immersion to the game. What better time than to use my huge AoE? You ready to 1v1 me, bro? I love the Elementalist. Such a awesome class. So glad I picked the Elementalist. And we get an amulet. Nice. I know Guild Wars 2 has the ability to basically travel the whole map by teleporting to waypoints, but I still think for the sake of immersion it would be really nice if the game had mounts. Just for the sake of immersion, because sometimes I don't really want to just sit through that loading screen. Sometimes I'd just rather ride a horse somewhere. So with your personal story, another thing it does is it gives you choices. Multiple choices basically dictate the outcome of your story. So it'll give you options to do different quests. So for this one, I decided I wanted to go and hear this guy's side of the story. I got you, Bigsby. You're okay, bro. I want to kill him, to be honest. Story quests are so worth. They just give you so much rewards. I'm really starting to enjoy the Guild Wars 2 way of leveling. It takes a lot to get used to at first, because it's so different to most other MMOs. But once you get used to it and just enjoy learning the story and exploring, then it's just a really enjoyable process, and you don't feel as though you have to rush to level cap. I don't feel as though I want to rush to level cap anyway. Just kind of enjoying the zones for what they are. I'm just getting more and more loot every quest. More and more XP too. That's level 25 now. So I'm at the tailoring station. I decided I wanted to be a tailor on this character. Once you've done that, you can go here and it will tell you what you can make. All I can make at the moment are these two things. Refinement. So I'm going to craft all of these. Refine these, and that's going to give me XP towards my levels. And as I'm refining these, then it's unlocking more of these. And it gives you a hell of a lot of actual in-game XP. And that's how you level your professions. I quite like the system, and I love how it gives you a ridiculous amount of XP. Another awesome thing is you can have a material storage bank. So basically, there is no excuse not to do crafting, because when you're out in the world and you pick up some crafting materials, all you do is this. You go options and deposit all materials. Any crafting material in your bag will just instantly be deposited in this essentially second inventory, material storage, and from what I can tell, there's no real limit. You can just put everything in there, so it just doesn't take up any space anywhere else. This is just for materials. This is fantastic. Another thing that I like about this game is you can take a fuck ton of damage in combat, get to about 100 health. Once you've killed the monster, your health regenerates extremely fast. There's no need to eat after you've pulled a bunch of mobs. There is no real need for food in this game, from what I've actually seen so far anyway. Some of these heart quests are quicker than others. This one, for example, was really fast. Cool, we've got a daily rewards. What do we get for day 15? Bag of mystic coins. Okay. I got you, Seraph Soldier. You take this heal. Oh, sweet. Do we level up? Ah, didn't even realise we leveled up. Nice. That is going to be a hard-ass jumping puzzle. That's a long way up. Boom. Something I really wish I did when I first started playing was figure out how the crafting system worked straight away. Then I'd have all of the low-level nodes and stuff, and a bunch of low-level materials. For me to kind of catch up, I'll need to go back on myself and farm in the starting zone, I think, at first. Fire Elementalist is such a badass class. It's got everything. It's got mobility, it's got splash damage from its attacks, cool visuals, and it just feels really powerful. Okay, so for this vista, I guess we jump here, we run along here, and there it is. And we just follow it along here. I always get excited every time I see a vista on the map, because I know it's going to require a little bit of thought. I bet they get harder as it goes on as well. So we jump here. There it is. Wow. Fucking chase me, mum. This zone has a lot of diversity. I'm not sure how this zone is going to get me to level 35. I've almost completed it. I'm at like 70%. And I'm only level 28. Down the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. There's always spiders. Go away, spiders. Oh, sweet. We got to level 29. Nice. Looking for group tool. I think we get dungeons at like level 30 or something. This is a bit of a clusterfuck because every fish in the ocean decides it wants to attack me. Boom. 100% Gendaran Fields. Dungeon. Part of the story. Ascolian Catacombs. Nice. Awesome. So we get to try out dungeons. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to carry you with this damage. Look at this damage, guys. I can carry. This is pretty fun. Whoa. I'm already the first one to die. Rip. Whoa, I'm taking so much damage. Taking so much damage. So much damage. What the fuck is going on? Why am I taking so much damage all the time? I feel like such a noob. Oh my god. Am I seriously that much of a noob? Yeah, now we're helping. They have rezzed me like 5 times already. Guild Wars 2 dungeons are fun. Don't have a clue what's going on though. But they're fun. Don't hurt me, daddy. In terms of dungeons, this is one of those games where I have no idea what's going on, but I'm having fun anyway. These people are going to start getting pissed off. I hope they can see that I'm a new player. These dungeons are really cool, though. There's lots of traps and stuff you have to avoid. Oh my god, this is a cluster of fucks right now. No! Oh my god, look at all of that. This is awesome! The dungeons are sick. If this is what Guild Wars PvE is like, then I'm really impressed. Oh, we've all died right at the end, okay. 13,451 XP. That is so much. That's like a level.
Welcome to Big Time.
That was a level. Wow. Dungeons equals worth. I feel like doing a bit of PvP, so let's do some world versus world. Oh, just. Oh my god, is this the other team? I have no idea what's going on, but I just like being in big groups. It's not good to be in a fight on this bridge. Yeah, we're in a group. Fuck yeah. Now we're helping the cause. This world vs world thing is pretty damn cool though. Oh shit, a bunch more XP. This is quite good for leveling up. Oh my god, what is going on? Rank 4. Fucking hell, that XP is insane. This world vs world thing really does have that epic feeling to it. Oh, I see. This is why we want the Scorpions. Scorpions are siege vehicles. That makes sense. This guy has a lot of health. This is like a proper raid boss. Sick, dude. Let's do this, team. Let's get in there. This is pretty cool. I think I kind of understand what's going on. This is so fucking fun. This is a sight to behold, though. I'd say this feels just as epic as the Elder Scrolls Online PvP. This seems like the last kind of boss, like the main boss fight of the world vs world thing. 3,000 XP. Okay guys, I feel like I've finally played enough Guild Wars 2 to have a decent enough understanding of the game. So as always, first we're going to talk about the pros, the good things, and the cons, the bad things. Starting with the pros. The combat and gameplay feels really smooth, it feels really fleshed out, and it's quite enjoyable. I feel as though a lot of MMOs don't really nail this very well, and Guild Wars 2 hasn't really overlooked this, and it's quite a fun system of action combat, and it works really well. I've enjoyed the combat for the most part. The questing and leveling in Guild Wars 2 is very different to other MMOs, and there's a lot of ways that you can actually level. You can level through crafting, the world vs world PvP, and just going out and doing map completion, which I would say is probably the most rewarding form of leveling. That's what I've been doing. You go out, you do the renowned heart quests, you discover all of the areas, and you have a look at all of the hidden vantage points, the vistas. So that's quite enjoyable, and then there's also these hidden challenges where you get hero points, and that's basically how you level. It's not really a set way of leveling in this game, and that's what really confused me in my first video. But now that I actually understand how it works, I really enjoy this system. The crafting system in Guild Wars 2 is really nice and interesting, and they've managed to totally nullify an aspect of crafting which puts me off in other MMOs. So in most MMOs, when you're out crafting or doing professions, it takes up a lot of inventory space with your materials, and that puts me off quite a bit. In Guild Wars 2 this is not an issue, because you can just deposit every crafting material in your bag with one click whilst you're out in the world, and this is fantastic. It goes to its own special material deposit section, which is its own inventory, and it can just be used whenever you're at the relevant crafting station. Crafting also gives a lot of XP, so there's a good incentive to do it. The game feels really rewarding, especially if you're a completionist, because each zone has its own percentage in terms of completion, and I've found myself getting quite addicted to just filling up the completion to 100% in every zone. Eventually I want to get 100% world completion if I can. The dungeons feel really fast paced and fun, there's traps to dodge, and the mechanics of the boss fights seem really interesting, despite the fact that the only dungeon I did, I got fucking wrecked, although I was 5 levels lower, but I had a lot of fun regardless. The world vs world PvP in Guild Wars 2 feels like a lot of fun, and it has that epic feeling to it. Just running across this vast zone with a huge group of people, smashing down gates and working together to annihilate the enemy teams. It just feels really cool. Graphically, the game still looks really beautiful despite it being a few years old now. There's plenty of good quality voice acting throughout the game during your personal story, and when you're just out in the world you'll see NPCs having quite long exchanges, and it's really well made and adds an extra level of immersion to the game. Out in the world, there's lots of random events that will just spawn, and it really helps the world feel alive. Every time you gain a level up, the game constantly tells you of things to come when leveling, in terms of unlocks and rewards. This is a really nice feature, and it's kept me playing probably longer than I would have had that feature not been there, because I just kind of think, okay, one more level and I unlock my ultimate ability, one more level and I unlock some more hero points. It's just a nice feature to have. Guild Wars 2 has really nice level scaling in both PvP and when you're out in the world. When you go to a low level zone, it will scale you down to the appropriate level, so things aren't too easy. You don't just go in and one-shot everything. It's still a little bit of a challenge, which is just a nice feature. The game seems to have a pretty solid free-to-play business model, and from what I can tell, it doesn't seem to be pay to win at all. One of my favourite things to come across out in the world are the vistas. A lot of these involve jumping puzzles to actually get them, which have been a lot of fun and kind of break up the normal questing. Finally, the game has really good underwater combat, something that I haven't ever seen before done well in an MMO, so it's just really nice to see that they've managed to nail this. So now we're going to talk about the cons. You're going to need a decent computer to play this game, especially in World vs World PvP, because that just kills your frames. So it's kind of sad for you guys that are on low-end PCs. The game feels really confusing at first as a new player, and I don't think it does enough to explain things. I think it would really help if you had a friend to talk to that plays Guild Wars 2 that you can just go to for advice, because I didn't have that and got really pissed off at the game because no one would answer any of my questions. So definitely get a friend that plays this game. There's no mounts in Guild Wars 2. This isn't a big deal because you can just teleport everywhere, but I do think mounts would have been a nice feature just for the sake of immersion, and it would allow people that are teleporting around a lot to avoid the loading screens, which do get quite annoying after a while. Overall, Guild Wars 2 is a really good game and I'm finally having fun playing it. Looking back at my first impressions video that I made on it, I clearly didn't understand how the game worked, and I got really frustrated playing it because it's so different from any other MMO that I've ever played that it takes a hell of a lot of learning as a new player, especially if you don't have any friends to help you. I'd say that Guild Wars 2 is up there with Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn, World of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls Online in terms of my favourite MMOs. And I'd even go as far as saying it's probably the best free-to-play MMO on the market at the moment, so definitely give it a try. So that's it for this video, guys. If you've tried Guild Wars 2 and want to share your thoughts on the game, then please feel free to do so in the comments below. Also, if you're new to the channel, then go check out my First Impressions series, where I try out a bunch of games, primarily MMOs, and if you like what you see, then please hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed the video, you take it easy, and I'll see you again really soon. Character in this game. Oh my god, I've made it even worse. I didn't even think that was possible. How have we made it worse? What is that? What is that, dude? What the fuck is that? The character creation in this game is hilarious.